stickers, embellishments, and even gemstones. So many options when it comes to decorating our scrapbook pages. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you some simple tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your pages and also make them visually appealing as well. Hi everybody, I'm Christine Calvino with Styled in Scrapbooks. Let's get started because stickers and embellishments are my all-time favorite thing. Even as a little girl, I loved collecting them. I loved sprinkling all over my early scrapbook pages, but believe it or not, there is a strategy on how to get your stickers on your album pages without them looking like snicker sneezed and crazy and then just no focal points to your pages at all. So I've been working on my honeymoon album and I am using the Creative Memories travel log collection, which I absolutely love so much because the colors coordinate so beautifully. I've even mixed in some paper from the spring medley collection. It is just gorgeous. I'm absolutely obsessed. And then I added the newest 6x12 peekaboo pockets. Go ahead and check out my video featuring this new product. It's amazing. It gets more pictures and more journaling on your album pages without taking away from your 2-page spread. It is so beautiful and so fantastic. I typically like to lay down my paper and kind of get a feel for the shapes of my albums before I add my stickers and my embellishments. So I like to go back afterwards and add those different textures to my pages later on and adding my layers and adding my border punches and so on and so forth. Well, I mean, I do have one here, but that was part of this design. I needed to kind of finish this off before I did the rest. And so I look at this layout, and even in interior design in a home, you will learn that things should be arranged in odd numbers, especially groups of 3. And if you are decorating a bookcase, for example, you will use a strategy called the visual triangle, where the eye is taken up and down and around, and you just kind of have the eye moving. If you walk into someone's home and there's just stuff all over the place, there is no visual triangle because you don't know where to look because there's stuff everywhere. And so when it comes to our scrapbook pages, we want to guide the viewer where to look as well. Of course, our pictures are number one, but when it comes to our stickers, that helps tell the story too, and they deserve a little bit of attention as well. So how do we get that visual triangle going? Well, just taking a look at my page right now, I am looking at a little empty space here, so I am going to put something right there, and just a little bit right here, and of course right here. I just threw this in here at the last minute. This actually came from, I want to say, when I punched out or I cut out this circle, I just decided to tuck it right here underneath. And I said, oh, that's going to be a great grounding spot for my stickers. So traditionally, we probably used to throw our stickers everywhere because it's just adorable, and why not? Because we have them. But let's be a little bit more modern with our scrapbooking and understand that our stickers should be housed. They should be clustered in little triangles across our page. Okay, so my eye is going to start here and it's going to move either here or here and then land down here. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to add stuff here. I probably don't have to, but I want to because I have so much interaction going on right here that I would like a little something, I think, there, because this kind of takes the space here. So I think I kind of answered my own question. I don't want something here because when we do this, I go boom, boom, and boom. Okay, so I already have my visual triangle going, and I won't have stickers anywhere else on this page. I'm going to have them clustered because, like I said, there's already a lot going on. I have beautiful printed paper in the background, and I want to keep it like so. All right, so I'm going to take a look at some of my stickers and kind of see where I'm going to go with this. I love the border stickers, but I'm not going to use that right now. I will say that I did cheat a little bit, and I did take these stickers, although I don't consider this to be using a sticker, right here. I did it on both sides to kind of give it this tab to pull so that people would know to move over the peekaboo pocket, but that doesn't count right now as decorating. So I do want to share that those stickers are missing for that reason. So I'm looking at some quotes. What else can I use? I'm going to probably use some embellishments. Now, a lot of people have asked me, Christine, what is the difference between an embellishment and a sticker? To which I will say, a sticker has adhesive in the back and an embellishment doesn't. Not so fast, right? It's a little bit more than that. An embellishment is printed on a much richer piece of paper. Most of the time there's cardstock, there's a lot of intricacy within the design, and it's just a different decoration, if you will, to have on a scrapbook page. Again, with interior design, there's tons of different accessories you can add to your home, right? They don't all fall under the same category. And so when it comes to embellishments and stickers, they have their own category as well. Starting from the beginning, you can see right here, I used all embellishments for this, but what I did do was I used some pop dots, and Creative Memories calls them foam squares, and they just add amazing dimension right there. So cute, as you can see, just to kind of give you that little pop. And then over here, same thing, I added another embellishment on the foam square with some pearlized dots that came in that pack. Over here, this is a sticker. This is from many, many, many years ago, but I have saved my European stickers from the old Creative Memories collection, and I'm so happy to use it here. This is also a sticker from many years ago, as is the Spain stickers. Those are also on a foam square too. But then over here I have an embellishment, and it is just a beautiful piece of cardstock, very rich in color. And again, they both do the same thing. But let's take a look at the visual triangle. I have my cluster here of my stickers. They're not spread all over the page, they're not spit all over the page. And then I have a little bit of visual interest right here. So here's 1, 2, and then I have up here 3. So as you can see, it is a visual triangle, right? 1, 2, 3. If you were to draw a line, your eye would go to all of those places. In addition to looking at your pictures, what these elements do is it allows your eyes to scan your pictures and your albums and kind of giving you a roadmap to where to go. So as you're working your albums, go ahead and take a look at where these places will land in your albums. It might not be every single time, it might not be every single page, but it's a good guide point. It's a good way to arrange your photos easier and say, okay, where's my visual triangle gonna be? And so here it's kind of the same thing. I have another embellishment, and I have one. And then because I have all my peekaboo pockets right here, which you'll see these in another video, I have so much going on right here. I'm gonna kind of also consider this to be an accessory. So I have 1, 2, and then up here 3. Visual triangle. Okay, it's just very pleasing to the eye and it doesn't weigh us down. I'm not done decorating this page at all, but here I have our room keys, and I'm also using the Travelog, sorry for the glare, embellishments here. It's actually a little envelope that you can stick your room keys in. I love this. So that's going to be considered visual triangle 1, and then it's going to guide up here 2. I have to add a little bit of journaling here. And then it kind of goes right here to this embellishment as well. I'm gonna add a little bit more embellishing there as well. So it gives the eye a place to land and a place to kind of follow as a roadmap. Again, this one's a sticker, but I use those foam squares to kind of elevate them a little bit, add some interest, add some dimension, add some layers. So I have a little sticker here. I love these tabs because I don't necessarily need a theme for my album pages, but I need a little bit of something, a little zhuzh to kind of attract the picture to my title and kind of give it a sense of direction. So I just love these tab stickers that Creative Memories has come out with. They just make it so much fun because not everything has to be so themey, right? So I have 1, 2, 3. The triangle can be a little loopy. It doesn't have to be super perfect. And then right here, again, another embellishment with an arrow, making it really fun and guiding the eye as well. So this one I still have to decorate. I'll probably do that in another video, but I want to go ahead and go back to that page that I was just working on so that we can go ahead and add our embellishments. So I think what I'm going to do, I was looking at some of these embellishments that we have and some of the stickers, and I really want to use these pearl dots. These are not from the Travelog collection. They're from Gallivant. I'm actually mixing and matching this entire album. It is actually using the Gallivant album, and I'm using the Fast to Fabulous pages for Gallivant. It's a collection that came out 2 years ago, but where it doesn't work for me, I am adding the papers from Travelog. So in this case, you will see that this particular spread didn't work for me. So I just added, you can see that there, my tape and my paper, and I kind of just did my own thing right here. And that is totally fine because the Fast and Fabulous pages are the same exact price as the blank refill pages. So you are not losing anything by doing that, okay? So because I've already had this circle here that I kind of used as a leftover piece, and I said, oh, let me tuck that there for my embellishments and my stickers, I'm really feeling that I'm gonna need a circle over here. Even when I go like this and I see this, to me, I'm like, oh, a circle would fit darling right there. And so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I am going to pull out my loving, my trusting, my amazing custom cutting system. If you guys remember, these have been around since the beginning of time and they never fail me. While I don't use them as much anymore to trim my photos into shapes, I just don't. That's just the trend that I'm seeing for myself. I certainly use them for embellishments and for borders and other things like that. I absolutely will use them on a photo here and there, but just not as much as I used to back in the day. But they are never going away from me. They are so trusty and so tried and true. And I'm going to refresh your memory on how to use the custom cutting system right now. I cannot find my new mat. It probably got lost in the move, so I'll just order another one. But I always have backups. So here we go with our beautiful trusty mat. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I'm gonna be using my circles, and I do wanna share that when it comes to the custom cutting system, remember there are 3 blades. We have the red blade, the green blade, and the blue blade. This is extremely important because no matter what side of the circle or the pattern that you're going to cut on, these are going to remain the same strategy in your mind. So if you're gonna cut on the inside of the pattern, or whether you're going to cut on the outside of the pattern, the red one is going to cut closest to the pattern. If you're doing the outside of the pattern, this is going to be the smallest. But if you're doing the inside of the pattern, it's going to be the largest. And this is what you will use to mat your photos. It's going to make more sense as I move along. Hopefully I'm just refreshing a lot of your memories, but if you've never used this, be sure to check out my video on the custom cutting system where I will start from scratch on how to use this. I feel like this is gonna be just, yeah, I must have used the red blade on this one, on the white mat, and then I had to have used a different, because I did this about a week ago and I don't remember what I used. I must have used, yep, I used the inside of this one and the outside of this one. So you can kind of mix and match. And so I did, yeah, I did red on the inside of this and then red on the outside of that, which means the red matted the red, but they're different patterns. I know that sounds a little crazy. I will clean that up for you. But I don't want this circle to be quite as big because the one over here is smaller. Plus I don't want it covering my picture. So I am going to pick, I'm not going to use this one. So even though it's the smallest pattern, when I cut it on the outside, it's going to be quite large. So I'm not going to use the middle one either because this looks kind of teeny tiny. I'm going to use the largest pattern, but I'm going to use it on the inside. So I'm going to use the largest because I'm going to get that smaller circle once I use my blades from the inside. Now, since I'm going on the inside, the red blade is actually going to cut the largest. Normally, I'm used to it being the smallest because I typically always cut on the outside, but when I'm cutting on the inside, I've got to tell myself red closest to the pattern. Therefore, it's the biggest. Easy peasy, ready? Green in between because blue is the furthest from the pattern. So if you can kind of see, I'm going to pull these up close. The track and the blades are spaced out differently. So you'll see that the red one, the blade is much closer to the little notches. The blue one is much further away, and green is right in between. It's in between the red and it's in between the blue. So we're going to go ahead and cut this. And so since I want this to be, I'm going to do green in between for my black to mat the blue, which is furthest away. Again, it's gonna make sense as I do this. So you wanna make sure those 2 notches are inside the track, and these swivel. If you have an older set of blades that don't swivel, they're more circular here, whereas this is a hexagon, please take my advice and upgrade because these swivel and it saves so much strain on your fingers and on your wrists. And how perfect is this circle? Oh my goodness, right? So smooth, so perfect. Then now I'm gonna grab my white cardstock to do the top piece. So the black is my mat. And because I did green, now I need to remember that if I want it to be smaller than the green, it's gotta be the furthest away from the template, so I'm using blue. And after a while, it just becomes second nature. I promise there's not so much thinking involved at all. But when you haven't done it for a long time, you tend to forget these things. There is a guide for you, but I don't have mine anymore. I got rid of them because I remembered, and then now I forget. I get back on track and I remember how to do red, blue, green in between. It makes all the sense later on. All right, so now we are ready to go. I am going to go ahead and lightly put down my embellishments. So I'm gonna do this right here. I kind of like how this plate is circular, so this kind of bounces off of that idea. So I thought about putting it here where there's like dead space in the picture, but I will be honest, I don't want a circle going out of nowhere, and then it kind of looks like it's coming out of the wine glass, and then it just doesn't give me a strong visual triangle. It almost looks too linear for me. So plus I messed up here with some tape. I'm gonna just go ahead and cover it up right here. So let me go ahead and grab my adhesive. You don't need that much. Our adhesive is so durable and like just the best. It is the best. Okay, so I'm gonna lay that right down there, and I am going to leave this one alone because I already pre-printed a title from my Cricut. I really love this font here, and so I want the rest of my titles to look the same. I am a sticker letter person. I love sticker letters, but when it came to this album, there's so much intricacy in where we went that I was paranoid I would run out of letters, and I just really wanted it to be classy and on trend with the fonts that Creative Memories already selected. So this was in Spain, and this was in one of our stops. This was in Segovia. And we went to this beautiful landmark called El Aqueducto. It's an aqueduct. And I cut out these letters, and I love how they look. And so I'm going to go ahead and use my repositionable adhesive to knock that down. But first, I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna kind of lay everything out little by little and kind of see what I have here. I have a lot of my embellishments stored in some protectors that I've had for a while, and I can kind of see where I'm going. So this is all from Gallivant. I guess it's like Target. And I don't see anything in the colors that's going on right here. So I am going to, ooh, I love this globe. But darn it, it kind of gets lost there unless I kind of did something like this. But then I'm gonna have to figure out too much there. So I'll save this for another, I don't know. I think it kind of gets lost. I'm gonna save this for another layout. That's really pretty. I do love these arrows. I'm between doing one because here's the thing, since I have this interactive, see now that covers it. This is why I never really lay anything down until the end. What if okay, so there's this one. So this one's gorgeous. It has a floral pattern, but I'm probably not gonna use the floral pattern on this album. So I'm gonna flip it around and see if this fits. And it does. And I think that's a lot stronger if I put that there. Yes, because just the frame was getting lost in the picture. Beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a piece of scratch paper. And I know it's cardstock, but for the sake of time with this video, I'm gonna use it, and you know, it's fine. So repositionable adhesive, it is the green cartridge on the inside, is incredible. What it does is it allows you anything that's hollow or really intricate, like any of our border maker punches like this, it only adheres to the paper that you are going to lift off of your backing. It doesn't have any extra strands that are on it lingering, and it really just saves time and headaches from occurring. So I'm gonna just put a little bit here, and you can see the leftover. I'm gonna hold it up. Little sheen there. The leftover is left on your backing sheet, and it only sticks to this, so you don't have to worry about peeling anything off. I remember back in the day, I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much sticking out, I have to fix it. But look, it is perfectly adhered, no headaches, no stress. And then I can continue using that, or just switch to my regular tape runner, like I normally do, and add this here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. See, it's already coming together. I love it. But what am I gonna put here? I definitely wanna use these stones somewhere. These beautiful rhinestones, gemstones, glitter stones. I don't know what we call them. And then I love this, where it says this place, because this restaurant's very iconic. My husband's father goes here all the time. They have a house in Spain, and they love this restaurant, and they told us about it, and we went, and we definitely want to return when we go there. So there was Here and Now, and then there was this place, but I liked this place, and I loved how it's that little symbol from a map. I don't know what this is called, like a pin for when you're doing like MapQuest and stuff, but it's it's just not dark enough, but I guess I don't want it floating there. I'm gonna just have to let it go. Sometimes when it comes to scrapbooking, it's like, move on, it's beautiful, just keep going, don't stress. And then that's why, you know, even when it comes to stickers, don't stress. But if you have the strategy, if you know the tools in your mind, you're not gonna stress, you're gonna say, oh, okay, visual triangle, I got this. I found, or do I was here? I was here or this place? I think I could put I was here. No, that's what we'll do. I was here, see, now I can see the blue, and then this place right there. That looks amazing. Okay, so then I found this really great embellishment, and it says, travel is the only thing you buy that makes you richer. So beautiful. See, that looks good. I like that. I like mixing shapes together, not a circle within a circle. So I'm gonna put that there, and I'm gonna take a little look, and I do wanna put these pearls on, and I think it looks good. So when you're doing 6x12 peekaboo pockets, you wanna keep kind of flipping back and forth to make sure that it looks good, it's spaced out, nothing is getting covered. I like it. I like it. It's not too stickery because again, the pages, it speaks for itself, the pictures speak for themselves. There's so much going on with this that I don't want to I don't want to inundate this page with too much. So I'm going to leave it like that. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to offset this just a little bit and probably add, sometimes you just have to wing it. Strategy is important, but sometimes you just have to wing it. And then el acueducto. See, in this case, because I use this with my die cutting machine, this would drive me nuts to adhere this. And I'm not a glue person, so I love the repositionable adhesive, you guys. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna definitely have a link to all of these products below so that you could easily find them because they just make your life easy. And when it comes to scrapbooking, the less I struggle, the better. I love it. Okay, so it only sticks to whatever it is you are putting your adhesive behind. It does not go anywhere else. It doesn't affect the rest of your page. It's incredible. Okay, and it's repositionable. So if you messed up, you can easily like take it off and it doesn't ruin your page for quite some time. And then of course it'll stay put after a couple of hours or so. And so you have nothing to worry about. Oh my gosh, this looks so, so cute. Do I want to put a foam square to lift this up? I think I do. I think I do. These are our foam squares, and I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use 2. So we just kind of put these back here, and then there is a little paper that you peel off so that you can have your adhesive there. And you see what difference that makes. I'm going to hold this up so that you can see it. Let me take this down. These foam squares really, the dimension is incredible. It's in person is where you can capture it the best, but it just adds such a flair to your page that you can't achieve with just regular adhesive. I wouldn't do this on every single page because it does get a little bit thick, but I really think it's purposeful when you are, when it needs it. Because you know what it is? This is by itself, like it just seems to float by itself, but once you add the foam squares behind it, it kind of serves as another element. It's not just this embellishment, it's the embellishment plus the fact that it's lifted. All right, so now these are from Gallivant. Like I said, a lot of our other collections do have these pearlized or these gemstones. They really do, not all of them, but when I have a pack that has it, I love it and I use it. Center one first, and I don't know what this is gonna look like, so I'm just hoping that it looks cute. And if it doesn't, I'm moving on. I don't know if I should arch that. I think that's perfect. What do you think? All right, and then I'm gonna do my one in the middle as well, start in the middle. And then this one might go on the picture, but I think it's gonna be okay. It's not gonna be the end of the world. Maybe half on, half off. And one more. Oh, I love it. I think it looks so elegant. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Do you guys like how this is coming out? I don't think it needs anything else. So we've got travel, right? Our little quote right there. And then the I was here. So 1, 2, right? And then 3, I kind of would count this as 3. And then when you go this way, 1, this goes together 2, and 3. So I really hope you loved this simple tutorial on how to capitalize your space by using a visual triangle when you're adding your stickers and your embellishments and any other extra fun things that you add to your page to add some striking texture and appearance. But remember, your pictures are the most important things, so focus on that always. But when you do have that time to add that extra oomph to your pages, remember the strategy of the visual triangle and of clustering your stickers and your embellishments together. If you liked this video and you want to hear more, please let me know by subscribing to my channel and commenting below. I will see you next time. But for now, I'm Christine Calvino with Styles and Scrapbook.